Enhancing children's entertainment and relaxation skills. Introduction. In today's fast-paced and technology-driven world, it is crucial to help children develop the necessary skills for entertainment and relaxation. By providing them with the tools and guidance to engage in activities that promote creativity, imagination, and mindfulness, we can support their holistic development. This article aims to explore various strategies and techniques to assist children in cultivating their entertainment and relaxation skills, fostering their well-being and personal growth. Section 1. Promoting Creative Play 1.1. Encourage imaginative play. Engaging in imaginative play allows children to explore their creativity and develop problem-solving skills. Provide them with open-ended toys, such as building blocks, dolls, or art supplies, that encourage imaginative thinking and role-playing. 1.2. Organize playdates and group activities. Social interaction is vital for a child's development. Arrange playdates or group activities where children can collaborate, share ideas, and engage in cooperative play. This fosters teamwork, communication skills, and enhances their ability to enjoy shared experiences. 1.3. Support storytelling. Encourage children to create and share stories. This can be done through verbal storytelling, writing, or drawing. Storytelling enhances language skills, boosts imagination, and helps children express their emotions effectively. Section 2. Nurturing Hobbies and Interests 2.1. Identify and encourage personal interests. Observe your child's inclinations and passions. Encourage them to explore various activities, such as music, sports, arts, or gardening, to discover their interests. Provide necessary resources and opportunities for them to pursue and develop these hobbies. 2.2. Foster a love for reading. Reading not only broadens children's knowledge but also enhances their language skills, imagination, and concentration. Create a reading-friendly environment at home, with a variety of books and reading materials accessible to the child. Set aside regular reading time and discuss their favorite books to cultivate a love for reading. 2.3. Expose them to the arts. Introduce children to different forms of art, such as music, dance, painting, or theater. Enroll them in art classes or encourage them to participate in school or community performances. Engaging with the arts nurtures creativity, self-expression, and emotional intelligence. Section 3. Encouraging Mindfulness and Relaxation 3.1. Practice mindful breathing and meditation. Teach children simple breathing exercises and meditation techniques to help them relax and develop mindfulness. Encourage them to focus on their breath and observe their thoughts and emotions without judgment. Regular practice can improve their ability to manage stress and enhance their overall well-being. 3.2. Create a calming routine. Establish a consistent bedtime routine that includes activities such as reading, listening to soothing music, or taking a warm bath. A calming routine signals to the child's brain that it's time to relax and prepares them for a good night's sleep. 3.3. Provide outdoor and nature time. Encourage children to spend time outdoors, exploring nature, engaging in physical activities. Nature has a calming effect on the mind and body and helps children develop a connection with the natural world. Activities like gardening, hiking, or simply playing in the park provide opportunities for relaxation and rejuvenation. In today's fast-paced and technology-driven world, it is crucial to help children develop the necessary skills for entertainment and relaxation. By providing them with the tools and guidance to engage in activities that promote creativity, imagination, and mindfulness, we can support their holistic development. This article aims to explore various strategies and techniques to assist children in cultivating their entertainment and relaxation skills, fostering their well-being, and facilitating personal growth. Section 1: Promoting Creative Play. 1.1. Encourage imaginative play. Imaginative play allows children to explore their creativity and develop problem-solving skills. Provide them with open-ended toys, such as building blocks, dolls, or art supplies, that encourage imaginative thinking and role-playing. Encourage them to create stories, act out scenarios, and use their imagination to transform everyday objects into something new. 1.2. Organize playdates and group activities. Social interaction is vital for a child's development. Arrange playdates or group activities where children can collaborate, share ideas, and engage in cooperative play. This fosters teamwork, communication skills, and enhances their ability to enjoy shared experiences. Encourage them to take turns, listen to others' ideas, and work together to achieve a common goal. 1.3. Stimulate creative thinking. Provide children with opportunities to think creatively and solve problems. Offer them puzzles, brain teasers, or riddles that challenge their minds and encourage critical thinking. Engage them in activities such as building structures with blocks, designing and constructing with art materials, or participating in science experiments that stimulate their creativity and problem solving skills. Section 2: Nurturing Hobbies and Interests. 2.1. Identify and encourage personal interests. Observe your child's inclinations and passions. Encourage them to explore various activities, such as music, sports, arts, or gardening, to discover their interests. Provide necessary resources and opportunities for them to pursue and develop these hobbies. This allows children to find joy and satisfaction in activities they genuinely enjoy and helps them develop a sense of identity and purpose. 2.2. Foster a love for reading. Reading not only broadens children's knowledge but also enhances their language skills, imagination, and concentration. Create a reading-friendly environment at home, with a variety of books and reading materials accessible to the child. Set aside regular reading time and discuss their favorite books to cultivate a love for reading. Encourage them to explore different genres and styles to broaden their horizons. 2.3. Expose them to the arts. Introduce children to different forms of art, such as music, dance, painting, or theater. Enroll them in art classes or encourage them to participate in school or community performances. Engaging with the arts nurtures creativity, self-expression, and emotional intelligence. Provide them with opportunities to attend concerts, exhibitions, or performances to inspire their appreciation for the arts. Section 3: Encouraging Mindfulness and Relaxation. How to help your child develop critical thinking skills. Helping children develop critical thinking skills is crucial for their overall cognitive development and prepares them to become active and independent learners. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze and evaluate information objectively, consider different perspectives, and make informed decisions. By nurturing this skill from an early age, parents and educators can empower children to think critically and solve problems effectively throughout their lives. One of the fundamental ways to foster critical thinking skills in children is by encouraging them to ask questions. Encouraging curiosity and inquiry helps children develop an inquisitive mindset, where they actively seek information and explore different ideas. As parents and educators, we can create a safe and supportive environment where children feel comfortable asking questions and expressing their thoughts. By valuing their inquiries and engaging in meaningful conversations, we can inspire children to think deeper and critically analyze the world around them. Another effective approach to nurturing critical thinking skills is through the use of open-ended activities and problem-solving tasks. These activities promote creativity, logic, and reasoning in children. Puzzles, riddles, and brain teasers are excellent tools that challenge children to think critically, devise strategies, and find solutions. By presenting them with age-appropriate challenges, we encourage children to think analytically, break down complex problems, and develop their problem-solving skills. Furthermore, exposing children to diverse perspectives and encouraging them to think from different viewpoints can greatly enhance their critical thinking abilities. This can be achieved by exposing children to various cultures, traditions, and beliefs through literature, art, and discussions. By exposing children to diverse opinions, we enable them to think critically about different ideas, challenge their own assumptions, and develop empathy towards others. It is essential to create an inclusive and respectful environment where children feel free to express their thoughts and learn from one another. Developing effective communication skills is also integral to enhancing critical thinking abilities. Encouraging children to articulate their thoughts, express their opinions, and engage in meaningful conversations enables them to develop their reasoning skills and defend their ideas. Engaging in debates, discussions, and collaborative projects not only promotes critical thinking but also teaches children to listen actively, evaluate evidence, and construct persuasive arguments. By fostering effective communication skills, we equip children with the tools to engage in critical thinking in all aspects of their lives. In addition to these approaches, it is crucial to incorporate technology and digital literacy in children's learning experiences. The digital age provides a wealth of information and resources that can enhance critical thinking skills. However, it is essential to teach children how to navigate and evaluate online information critically. Educators and parents can guide children to distinguish between credible sources and unreliable information, question the validity of claims, and analyze the biases and perspectives present in media. By teaching children to use technology responsibly and think critically about the information they encounter, we empower them to make informed decisions in the digital world. One effective strategy to foster critical thinking skills in children is by encouraging them to ask questions. Encouraging curiosity and inquiry helps children develop an inquisitive mindset, where they actively seek information and explore different ideas. Parents and educators can create a safe and supportive environment where children feel comfortable asking questions and expressing their thoughts. By valuing their inquiries and engaging in meaningful conversations, we can inspire children to think deeper and critically analyze the world around them. Additionally, open-ended activities and problem-solving tasks are valuable tools for nurturing critical thinking skills in children. These activities promote creativity, logic, and reasoning. Puzzles, riddles, and brain teasers are excellent examples of activities that challenge children to think critically, devise strategies, and find solutions. By presenting children with age-appropriate challenges, we encourage them to think analytically, break down complex problems, and develop their problem-solving skills. Furthermore, exposing children to diverse perspectives and encouraging them to think from different viewpoints greatly enhances their critical thinking abilities. This can be achieved by introducing children to various cultures, traditions, and beliefs through literature, art, and discussions. By exposing children to diverse opinions, we enable them to think critically about different ideas, challenge their own assumptions, and develop empathy towards others. It is essential to create an inclusive and respectful environment where children feel free to express their thoughts and learn from one another. Developing effective communication skills is also integral to enhancing critical thinking abilities. Encouraging children to articulate their thoughts, express their opinions, and engage in meaningful conversations enables them to develop their reasoning skills and defend their ideas. Engaging in debates, discussions, and collaborative projects not only promotes critical thinking but also teaches children to listen actively, evaluate evidence, and construct persuasive arguments. By fostering effective communication skills, we equip children with the tools to engage in critical thinking in all aspects of their lives. In addition to these approaches, incorporating technology and digital literacy in children's learning experiences is crucial. The digital age provides a wealth of information and resources that can enhance critical thinking skills. However, it is essential to teach children how to navigate and evaluate online information critically. Educators and parents can guide children to distinguish between credible sources and unreliable information, question the validity of claims, and analyze the biases and perspectives present in media. By teaching children to use technology responsibly and think critically about the information they encounter, we empower them to make informed decisions in the digital world. Helping children develop critical thinking skills is crucial for their overall cognitive development and prepares them to become active and independent learners. Critical thinking is a valuable skill that enables individuals to analyze and evaluate information objectively, consider different perspectives, and make informed decisions. By nurturing this skill from an early age, parents and educators can empower children to think critically and solve problems effectively throughout their lives. There are several strategies and approaches that can be employed to help children develop their critical thinking skills. One effective strategy is to encourage children to ask questions. By fostering curiosity and a sense of inquiry, children become more engaged in the learning process and develop the habit of seeking information and exploring ideas. Parents and educators can create an environment that supports questioning and provides opportunities for children to express their thoughts. By valuing their inquiries and engaging in meaningful conversations, we can inspire children to think deeper and critically analyze the world around them. Open-ended activities and problem-solving tasks are also valuable tools for nurturing critical thinking skills. These activities encourage children to think creatively, logically, and analytically. Puzzles, riddles, and brain teasers are excellent examples of activities that challenge children to think critically, devise strategies, and find solutions. By presenting children with age-appropriate challenges, we encourage them to think independently, break down complex problems into manageable parts, and develop their problem-solving skills. Furthermore, exposing children to diverse perspectives and encouraging them to think from different viewpoints greatly enhances their critical thinking abilities. This can be achieved by introducing children to various cultures, traditions, and beliefs through literature, art, and discussions. How to help children develop musical skills. Helping children to develop musical skills is a great way to foster their creativity and help them to express themselves. There are a variety of ways to do this, from introducing them to different instruments to teaching them to sing. One of the most important things is to make sure that they are having fun and enjoying the experience. One way to help children develop musical skills is to introduce them to different instruments. This can be done by letting them explore and experiment with different instruments, such as a piano, guitar, or drums. You can also take them to concerts or music classes, which can help to inspire them and give them a better understanding of music. Another way to help children develop musical skills is to teach them to sing. This can be done by singing songs together or teaching them basic vocal exercises. You can also introduce them to different genres of music, such as classical, pop, or jazz, and encourage them to explore different styles. Finally, it's important to encourage and support your child's musical development. You can do this by praising their efforts, attending their performances, and providing them with positive feedback. With the right guidance and encouragement, your child can develop their musical skills and have a great time doing it. Music has a deep impact on children's development, fostering creativity, emotional intelligence, motor skills, and more. Parents can support their children's musical growth in simple yet impactful ways. Start early by exposing infants to a wide variety of music played live and recorded. Sing to your baby and provide melodic vocals when talking or reading aloud. As toddlers begin to move to the beat, allow and encourage musical play with pots, pans, toys, and other instruments. Around ages 3 to 5, many children are ready for a first instrument. Piano, guitar, and violin typically require the most coordination and instruction, so consider starting with an ukulele, recorder, or xylophone to build confidence. Even just a set of handbells can foster a sense of rhythm and melody in preschoolers. Assign a special place for your child's instrument and encourage regular practice, even in short bursts. Help identify 1 or 2 simple songs or melodies your child would enjoy learning, then seek out resources to guide instruction. As children enter grade school, aim to provide opportunities for social music making alongside individual lessons. Joining a school band program around ages 7 to 9 introduces children to performing with other musicians, developing essential skills like playing together in time and listening critically to blend sounds. School and community choirs offer similar benefits for vocalists. Participating in musical theater and talent shows lets children perform music they love in front of audiences, boosting self-esteem. By ages 9 to 12, many children are ready for more specialized music lessons. Private instruction on their instrument of choice can help kids improve technique and build a repertoire of songs. As skills progress, shift the focus from simply learning to play to nurturing musical expression, creativity, and enjoyment. Simple composition assignments can foster budding songwriters. Let practice sessions become jam sessions that incorporate your child's favorite musical styles. Record performances whenever possible and celebrate successes large and small. In the tween and teen years, continued private lessons, band or choir participation, and performance opportunities remain central to musical growth. Now, however, exploring styles your child connects with deeply becomes most motivating. Allowing choices of repertoire, opportunities for solo projects, and informal jam sessions with peers nurtures passion and identity formation through music. Accompanying your teenager to local concerts, open mics, and coffee houses broadens their musical horizons. Throughout childhood and adolescence, be mindful of setting limits that maintain a healthy balance between musical activities and other important routines. Monitor practice times to prevent burnout and overuse injuries. Make music a part of daily life and special occasions by playing at mealtimes, while driving, during holidays, and more. Accept that your child's musical interests may differ from your own, follow their lead and avoid comparisons to your experiences. Above all, provide unconditional love, patience, and encouragement as they discover the joy of music making. Some general tips to help children develop musical skills. Expose kids to a variety of music genres and instruments from infancy onward. Provide regular opportunities for unstructured, creative musical play with pots, pans, toys, and more. Start instrumental lessons between ages 3 to 5 with an easier instrument to build foundational skills and confidence. Balance individual practice with group musical activities like school band, choir, or musical theater. Tailor music lessons to nurture self-expression, creativity, and enjoyment, not just technical proficiency. Allow choices of repertoire and musical styles that your child connects with personally. Accompany kids to local concerts and other musical events to broaden their horizons. Limit practice times to prevent overuse injuries and burnout while maintaining a healthy balance with other activities. Accept that your child's musical interests may differ from your own, follow their lead. Above all, provide unconditional love, patience, and encouragement along the journey of musical self-discovery. Music is a wonderful way for children to express themselves and develop important skills such as creativity, coordination, and cognitive abilities. Whether your child is interested in singing, playing an instrument, or simply listening to music, there are many ways to help them develop their musical skills and foster a lifelong love of music. Start early. Introducing your child to music at an early age can help them develop a love and appreciation for it. Play music for them while you're driving in the car or at home, sing lullabies to them, or attend age-appropriate music classes together. Provide musical instruments. Providing your child with age-appropriate musical instruments can help them explore music and develop their skills. Start with simple percussion instruments like drums, tambourines, and maracas. As your child grows older, you can introduce more complex instruments like guitars, pianos, and violins. Encourage singing. Singing is a great way for children to develop their musical skills and express themselves. Encourage your child to sing along with songs, make up their own songs, or participate in a children's choir or singing group. Attend live performances. Attending live music performances can help your child develop an appreciation for different types of music and inspire them to pursue their own musical interests. Look for age-appropriate concerts and performances in your community and attend them together. Take music lessons. Enrolling your child in music lessons can help them develop their skills and provide them with a structured learning environment. Look for a reputable music school or private music teacher who specializes in your child's instrument of choice. Make sure the lessons are age-appropriate and tailored to your child's skill level and interests. Practice regularly. Regular practice is essential for developing musical skills. Encourage your child to practice their instrument or singing on a daily basis, even if it's just for a few minutes. Make it a fun and enjoyable experience by playing music games or practicing with them. Listen actively. Active listening is an important skill for developing musical understanding and appreciation. Encourage your child to listen to different types of music and ask them questions about what they hear. How to help children develop graphic and design skills on the computer. Helping babies learn their first gestures is an important part of their development. Gestures are a form of communication that babies can learn before they can speak. It's important to start teaching babies gestures as soon as possible, as it helps them to better understand and express their needs and feelings. Here are some tips on how to help babies learn their first gestures. First, it's important to pay attention to the gestures that babies are already making. Babies will naturally start making gestures at around 4 months of age, so it's important to recognize and encourage these early signs. Some of these gestures may include reaching out, pointing, and waving. Second, it's important to respond to the gestures that babies are making. When babies reach out or point, it's important to respond to them and give them the object or activity that they are pointing to. This will help them to learn that their gestures are being understood. Third, it's important to use gestures when talking to babies. Using gestures when speaking will help babies to better understand what is being said to them. For example, when talking about an object, it can be helpful to point to it. Fourth, it's important to model the gestures that babies should use. Babies learn best through imitation, so it can be helpful to model the gestures that you want them to use. For example, when asking a baby to reach out for an object, it can be helpful to demonstrate the gesture first. Finally, it's important to be patient when teaching babies their first gestures. Babies learn at their own pace, so it's important to be patient and understanding. With practice and repetition, babies will eventually learn the gestures that you are teaching them. By following these tips, you can help babies learn their first gestures and help them to better communicate with the world around them. Helping babies learn their first gestures is an important part of early communication development. Gestures are the first way that babies communicate their needs and wants before they can speak. By learning simple gestures like waving, pointing, and clapping, babies can express themselves more effectively and reduce frustration. Here are some tips on how to help babies learn their first gestures. Model the gestures. The best way to help babies learn gestures is to model them yourself. When you greet your baby, wave and say hello. When you want your baby to look at something, point to it and say look. When you're happy, clap your hands and say yay. Babies learn by copying the actions of the people around them, so it's important to be a good role model. Repeat the gestures. Repetition is key when it comes to helping babies learn gestures. Repeat the same gesture over and over again, and eventually, your baby will start to associate the gesture with the action or word. For example, every time you say hello, wave your hand. Eventually, your baby will start to wave back when you say hello. Give visual cues. Babies respond well to visual cues, so it can be helpful to combine gestures with other visual cues. For example, when you point to something, look at it yourself and say the name of the object. This will help your baby understand what you're pointing at and learn the name of the object. Use positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a powerful tool for encouraging babies to learn new gestures. When your baby successfully imitates a gesture, give them lots of praise and positive feedback. For example, if your baby waves back when you say hello, say good job waving. And give them a big smile. This will encourage your baby to keep trying and learning new gestures. Be patient, learning gestures takes time, and every baby develops at their own pace. Some babies may learn their first gestures quickly, while others may take longer. It's important to be patient and not get frustrated if your baby doesn't pick up a gesture right away. Keep modeling the gesture and repeating it, and eventually, your baby will learn it. Make it fun. Learning gestures should be a fun and enjoyable experience for both you and your baby. Try to make it a playful and interactive activity by using silly voices, exaggerated movements, and lots of smiles and laughter. When your baby sees that you're having fun, they'll be more motivated to join in and learn new gestures. Some common gestures that can be helpful for babies to learn include waving, pointing, clapping, and blowing kisses. These gestures can help babies communicate their needs and wants, express their emotions, and interact with the people around them. By helping your baby learn these gestures, you can lay the foundation for effective communication and set them on the path to language development. Helping babies learn their first gestures is a wonderful part of development. Gestures pave the way for speech and communication, so the earlier babies start using gestures, the better. Here are some key tips to help babies learn gestures that foster early language skills. Model gestures. The most important thing you can do is model gestures yourself while talking, singing, or reading to babies. Point to objects to label them, raise your arms when asking for a hug, wave hello and goodbye. As babies observe and imitate your gestures, name them out loud. Say you're waving bye-bye. Or you're pointing at the ball. This helps babies associate gestures with their meaning. The more you model meaningful gestures, the more babies will want to copy and use them on their own. Provide objects to point at. Place various toys, books, and objects around babies to give them something to point at. When they point, encourage it by saying things like, "That's right, there's the ball." Or, "You want the teddy bear, here you go." Giving babies opportunities to correctly use gestures reinforces the skill and behavior. Start with just a few objects and add more as babies get the hang of pointing. Practice gesturing in routines. Reliable activities like meals, bath time, and play offer good opportunities for babies to practice gestures they are learning. When feeding, signify more by making a circular gesture with your hand and say, "Do you want more snacks?" During bath time, point to different body parts and say, "Wash your toes, wash your tummy." Gesturing during routines helps routines become associated with gestures in babies' minds. Give choices between two items. Offer babies a choice between two toys, foods, or books while modeling the pointing gesture. Say, "Do you want the ball or the book?" As you point to each option. When babies start to point at one object to make a choice, praise their correct use of the gesture. Repeatedly offering choices lets babies practice and refine their pointing skills. Imitate babies' gestures. When babies attempt gestures like waving, pointing, or hugging, imitate the gesture back while labeling it "You're waving." Or, "You want a hug." Imitating helps babies understand the social purpose and meaning behind their gestures. Labeling the gesture also provides rich vocabulary that babies can soon apply to their own gesture use. Even imperfect gestures from babies deserve imitation and praise to motivate continued development. Describe your own gestures. As you model gestures for babies, describe out loud what you are doing. Say things like, "Mommy is waving bye-bye," or "I'm pointing at the ball for you." Hearing gesture names helps babies own gesture acquisition and production. Try pairing gestures with rhyming or sing-song phrases for an auditory hook that catches babies' attention. The more babies hear gesture names, the more likely they are to imitate and reproduce gestures themselves. Gesturing games. Play simple games that encourage babies' gesture use like patty cake, peekaboo, and itsy bitsy spider. These interactive games give babies practice reproducing gestures while learning the social rules for how gestures are used. The more opportunities babies get to reproduce gestures in meaningful ways, the more those gestures will develop and become part of their repertoire. How to help babies learn their first gestures. Helping your child develop graphic and design skills on the computer can be a challenging task, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. First, it is important to introduce your child to the basics of graphic design. This can include topics such as color theory, typography, and composition. Once your child has a good understanding of the fundamentals, they can start exploring more advanced topics such as digital illustration, vector graphics, and animation. Additionally, it is important to provide your child with the right tools to help them develop their skills. This can include computer software such as Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe InDesign. By teaching your child the basics and providing them with the right tools, they can begin to explore the world of graphic design and develop their skills. Additionally, there are many online tutorials and courses that can help your child further develop their skills. It is also important to encourage your child to experiment and explore different techniques and tools. With the right guidance and support, your child can become a confident and skilled graphic designer. In today's digital age, graphic and design skills are becoming increasingly important in various fields, including marketing, advertising, and web development. As such, it's beneficial for children to start developing these skills at an early age, and the computer is an excellent tool for doing so. Here are some tips on how to help your child develop graphic and design skills on the computer. First and foremost, it's important to introduce your child to the basics of graphic and design software. Programs like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator are widely used in the industry, and there are several tutorials and online courses available that cater to children's age groups. Many of these resources are free and can be easily accessed online. Once your child has a basic understanding of the software, encourage them to experiment with different tools and techniques. This can be done by giving them simple tasks, such as creating a logo or designing a poster for a school project. Be sure to provide constructive feedback and encourage them to keep practicing and exploring. Another way to help your child develop graphic and design skills on the computer is to expose them to different types of design styles and trends. Show them examples of different design styles, such as minimalism or vintage, and encourage them to create their own designs using these styles as inspiration. This will help them develop a sense of design aesthetics and enable them to make informed decisions when designing. In addition to software and design styles, it's also essential to teach your child about the importance of copyright and intellectual property. As they start creating their own designs, they need to understand that they can't just use other people's work without permission. Teach them the importance of giving credit where it's due and respecting other people's intellectual property. Another way to help your child develop their graphic and design skills is to encourage them to participate in design contests and challenges. Many websites and organizations host design competitions for children, which can provide a platform for them to showcase their skills and receive recognition for their work. This can be an excellent way to motivate your child and help them build their confidence in their abilities. Finally, it's important to provide your child with the necessary tools and resources to develop their graphic and design skills. This includes providing them with a computer that has the necessary software installed and access to online tutorials and courses. You may also want to consider investing in a drawing tablet, which can make it easier for your child to create digital art and designs. In conclusion, graphic and design skills are becoming increasingly important in today's digital age, and it's beneficial for children to start developing these skills at an early age. By introducing them to the basics of graphic and design software, exposing them to different types of design styles, and encouraging them to participate in design contests and challenges, you can help your child build their skills and confidence in their abilities. With the right tools, resources, and guidance, your child can develop into a skilled and talented graphic designer. Even young children can begin developing basic graphic design skills using computer programs and apps. Early exposure can build a child's creativity, dexterity, and spatial intelligence while cultivating an interest in visual arts and technology. Here are some ways to help your child develop design skills on the computer. Start with drawing programs that allow freeform creativity. Applications like TuxPaint and Kids Paint offer simple tools for your child to experiment with shapes, colors, and lines. At first, focus more on the process of using the tools themselves rather than creating perfect drawings. Letting children discover and manipulate shapes and colors freely through messing around is an important early stage of design skill development. As your child masters basic tools, introduce templates they can customize. Things like coloring pages, pattern makers, and photo editing apps provide guidance that challenges children to apply their existing skills in new ways. This helps build confidence while extending their design vocabulary. Provide plenty of positive reinforcement and praise for your child's creativity during this phase. Gradually transition to design programs with more sophisticated tools. Applications like Canva and PicMonkey allow children to create posters, graphics, and memes using options like shapes, stickers, text frames, and filters. By around age 8 or 9, many kids are developmentally ready to handle these somewhat more complex tools with guidance. Work alongside your child at first, modeling how to use each feature before allowing them to create independently. Expose your child to various design disciplines. In addition to drawing and graphic design, introduce them to video editing, animation, web design, 3D modeling, and game development programs. While they may not master all areas, mere exposure can help your child discover their particular interests and strengths within the broad field of visual arts and design. Provide theme projects that challenge your child to apply their skills creatively. Ask them to design invitations, create a logo for their bedroom door, or illustrate a favorite story. Encourage experimentation and trying new styles, tools, and features within the context of meaningful creative expression. The hands-on application of design fundamentals through personally relevant projects can have a big impact. As your child masters basic skills, introduce constraints that mimic real-world design. For example, ask them to design a poster within a certain size or aspect ratio, use only 3 to 5 colors, or include specific elements. Within limits, children must problem solve and compromise, nurturing crucial skills actual graphic designers employ daily. Give your child opportunities to share their work and receive feedback. Invite them to show family members and friends their creations and hear constructive criticism. Not all feedback will be positive, so modeling appropriate responses to criticism is important. Baby's development in the first 3 months of life. The first 3 months of a baby's life are an exciting time for parents and caregivers. During this period, babies go through a period of rapid physical and cognitive development. In the first month, babies are able to lift their head, focus on objects, and make cooing noises. By the second month, babies can follow moving objects with their eyes, recognize familiar faces, and hold objects in their hands. By the third month, babies can smile, babble, and express emotions. In addition to physical and cognitive development, babies also go through a period of social and emotional development in the first 3 months of life. During this time, babies learn to recognize and respond to facial expressions and body language. They also start to form attachments to their caregivers and become more aware of their environment. The first 3 months of a baby's life are an important time for development. It is important to provide babies with a safe, nurturing environment in order to foster their physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development. With the right care and support, babies can reach their full potential and become happy, healthy children. The first 3 months of a baby's life are a period of rapid development and growth. During this time, babies go through many changes as they adjust to life outside the womb and begin to interact with their environment. Here are some of the key developmental milestones that occur during the first 3 months of life. Physical development. In the first few weeks of life, babies typically gain weight and grow in length as they adjust to feeding and sleeping routines. They may also begin to develop strength in their neck and back muscles, which allows them to lift their head and look around. By 2 to 3 months, babies may start to roll over or reach for objects, which indicates further development of their motor skills. Cognitive development. During the first 3 months, babies begin to develop their cognitive abilities as they learn to process information from their environment. They may start to recognize familiar faces and voices, respond to sounds and noises, and explore objects with their senses. They may also begin to develop a sense of cause and effect, such as understanding that crying can result in attention from their caregivers. Social development. Babies are born with an innate need for social interaction and communication. During the first 3 months, they may start to smile in response to familiar faces or voices, and they may begin to coo and make other vocalizations. They also begin to develop a sense of attachment to their caregivers, which is important for their emotional development. Sensory development. Babies are reborn with a range of sensory abilities, and during the first 3 months, they begin to develop and refine these abilities. They may start to track objects with their eyes, distinguish between different colors and patterns, and respond to touch, taste, and smell. They may also become more sensitive to changes in their environment, such as temperature or noise. Sleep patterns. Sleep is an important factor in a baby's development, and during the first 3 months, babies may sleep for up to 16 hours a day. However, their sleep patterns may be irregular and may not follow a typical schedule. They may also wake frequently during the night to feed or be comforted. As babies grow and develop, their sleep patterns may become more regular and predictable. Feeding patterns. Feeding is another important aspect of a baby's development, and during the first 3 months, babies typically feed every 2 to 3 hours. Whether through breastfeeding or bottle feeding. They may also start to develop a preference for certain feeding positions or methods. Reflexes. Babies are born with a range of reflexes that help them survive and thrive in their environment. During the first 3 months, these reflexes may become more refined or disappear as babies develop. For example, the Moro reflex, which causes babies to startle in response to sudden movements or noises, typically disappears by 3 to 4 months. Communication. Communication is a key aspect of a baby's development, and during the first 3 months, babies begin to communicate in a variety of ways. They may start to make cooing or babbling sounds, smile in response to familiar faces or voices, or cry to express their needs or discomfort. As they develop, they may also start to use gestures, such as pointing or waving, to communicate with others. To support a baby's development in the first 3 months, there are several things caregivers can do. Provide a safe and stimulating environment. Babies need a safe and stimulating environment that allows them to explore and learn. Provide toys and objects that are age-appropriate and encourage exploration, such as soft toys, rattles, or mobiles. Make sure the environment is safe, with no hazards or objects that could pose a risk to the baby. Interact and communicate with the baby. Babies thrive on social interaction and communication, so it's important to interact with them regularly. Talk to the baby, make eye contact, and respond to their vocalizations and gestures. This helps to build a bond between the baby and the caregiver, as well as support the baby's cognitive and social development. Set a routine. Establishing a routine can help babies feel secure and develop a sense of predictability. Set regular feeding and sleeping times, and try to stick to a consistent routine as much as possible. This can also help to regulate the baby's sleep patterns and support their overall development. Provide plenty of opportunities for physical contact. Physical contact is essential for a baby's emotional and social development. Hold the baby, cuddle them, and provide plenty of skin-to-skin contact. This helps to build a bond between the baby and caregiver, as well as promote the baby's physical and emotional development. Attend regular checkups. Regular checkups with a pediatrician are important for monitoring the baby's growth and development. The pediatrician can provide advice and support for any concerns or questions about the baby's development, as well as monitor any potential health issues. Practice tummy time. Tummy time helps to develop the baby's neck and back muscles, which is essential for their physical development. Place the baby on their tummy for short periods throughout the day, gradually increasing the amount of time as they become more comfortable in this position. Read to the baby. Reading to the baby can help to develop their cognitive and language skills. Choose age-appropriate books with colorful pictures and simple language, and read to the baby regularly. This helps to promote a love of reading and learning, as well as support the baby's overall development. In conclusion, the first 3 months of a baby's life are a period of rapid growth and development. What to do when a child can't concentrate on homework? There are many reasons why children may struggle to focus on homework. Some of the most common reasons include distractions. Children may be distracted by things in their environment, such as noise, other people, or electronic devices. It can be difficult for them to concentrate on homework when they are surrounded by distractions. Lack of motivation. If children do not see the value in their homework or do not feel motivated to complete it, they may struggle to focus. This can be especially true if they are not interested in the subject matter or if they are not challenged enough. Learning disabilities. Children with learning disabilities, such as ADHD or dyslexia, may have a harder time focusing on homework. They may also struggle with organizing their thoughts and ideas, which can make it difficult to complete assignments. Fatigue. Children who are tired or have not had enough sleep may struggle to focus on homework. Fatigue can make it difficult to concentrate, retain information, and complete tasks. Anxiety. Children who feel anxious or stressed may struggle to focus on homework. They may worry about getting a good grade, meeting deadlines, or understanding the material. Poor time management. Children who struggle with time management may find it difficult to focus on homework. They may procrastinate or become overwhelmed by the amount of work they need to do. To help children focus on homework, parents and caregivers can take several steps. These include minimizing distractions. Parents and caregivers can help minimize distractions by creating a quiet and organized space for their child to complete homework. This may involve turning off electronic devices, closing doors, or using noise-canceling headphones. Providing motivation. Parents and caregivers can help their child see the value in their homework by explaining how it relates to their schoolwork or future goals. They can also offer rewards or incentives for completing assignments. Seeking support. Parents and caregivers can seek support from teachers, tutors, or learning specialists if their child is struggling with a learning disability or other challenges. Encouraging rest and relaxation. Parents and caregivers can help their child manage fatigue by encouraging them to get enough sleep, take breaks during homework, and engage in relaxing activities such as reading or listening to music. Addressing anxiety. Parents and caregivers can help their child manage anxiety by providing emotional support and helping them develop coping strategies, such as deep breathing or positive self-talk. Teaching time management. Parents and caregivers can help their child develop good time management skills by creating a homework schedule, breaking assignments into smaller tasks, and teaching them how to prioritize their work. In conclusion, there are many reasons why children may struggle to focus on homework, but there are also many ways parents and caregivers can help. By minimizing distractions, providing motivation, seeking support, encouraging rest and relaxation, addressing anxiety, and teaching time management skills, parents and caregivers can help their child develop the focus and skills they need to succeed in school and beyond. It's important to remember that every child is unique, and what works for one child may not work for another. By being patient, supportive, and flexible, parents and caregivers can help their child overcome any challenges they may face and achieve academic success. Many children struggle to focus and complete homework assignments. A lack of focus can be caused by a variety of factors, including distractibility, boredom, difficulties understanding material, frustration, and stress. However, there are strategies parents and teachers can employ to help children develop better focus for homework. Evaluate for learning disorders. Some children have conditions like ADHD or dyslexia that make focusing on homework tasks intrinsically difficult. An evaluation by an educational psychologist or pediatrician can determine if a learning disorder is impacting a child's ability to focus. Medication or accommodations may then help the child concentrate. However, behavioral changes can also prove beneficial regardless of official diagnoses. Reduce distractions. Turn off electronics, close doors, and move to a quiet area free from visual or audible disruptions. Even subtle noises or movements in the periphery can grab a child's attention. The lack of distractions allows a child's mind to focus more narrowly on the homework task at hand. Take regular breaks. Set a timer for 20 to 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5 to 10 minute break. During the break, a child can walk around, have a snack, or engage in a distracting activity to recharge before returning to homework. Taking intermittent breaks can prevent a child from feeling overwhelmed, helping them maintain focus between breaks. Organize materials. Gather and arrange all necessary supplies before starting homework, including proper writing implements, erasers, calculators, etc. An organized workspace with everything in easy reach reduces the need for a child to get up and search for missing materials, keeping their attention on the work itself. Set goals. Break larger assignments into smaller parts with goals for how much of each to complete within a specified time. For example, a child may set a goal to read and summarize the first 2 textbook sections within 30 minutes. Achieving meaningful smaller goals satisfies a child's need for accomplishment and motivation, enhancing overall focus. Incorporate movement. Some children benefit from changing positions, standing while doing math problems, kneeling to read, or lying on their stomachs to write. Incorporating movement and variation into a child's study positions can improve blood flow to the brain and prevent physical restlessness that disrupts concentration. Convey the importance of focus. Parents and teachers must make clear to children that elite performance in school and life requires the ability to shut out distractions and sustain attention on a task. Relate stories of people who achieved great things through discipline and focus. Conveying the why behind a task can enhance a child's motivation to persist through distractions. Practice mindfulness. Teach techniques like breathing exercises, body scanning, and meditation that can train a child's mind to focus more intentionally. Even 5 to 10 minutes of mindfulness practice daily has been shown to improve concentration and attention span over time.